have like a lot of challenges when it comes to the vertical positioning.
Look at all the players right now on the mini-map, just getting into zone, getting into that half-in, half-out zone. We're at 48 players remaining, 29 teams up, so 5 more need to go down in order for the points to, or sorry, 4 more. They're all already getting in the zone, rotating early. That's so good for everybody, and that's one of the reasons we're seeing so many players in these end games now.
Yeah, and Svenos is using his grenade launcher. I think this is the best timing.
Oh, Issa went down.
Grenade launcher is using them right now. Tomo and item. I think dead in the middle. Great position. No, what just happened there?
I don't know. 3 players.
That was Svenos' grenade launcher that just destroyed like 3 people.
Just knocked it all down. We saw the big structure that they had early, Issa and Camo, and now the first moving zone is revealed. There it is in the bottom right.
45 people alive.
This is going to be, he's looking for it. He wants it. No, he's actually baiting it. He's going to try to take some shots on the motor now, but no, he has to block his black. I can't speak, but it's okay. Here it goes.
It's all good, but that window was actually very threatening to open since there were so many people that could have looked at him. But now, Villix with that nice...
He just snuck up on them with the silence SMG. He takes down Safta.
Because
no
it's
shield.
silence, he was able to sneak up on them.
Sneaky player there, but again, Zayden Saf on high ground. This is what we always see. And remember, they have the Rift to Goes. We saw had 2 earlier and a launch pad, so they're in such good position.
Oh, he can straight jump down on that launch pad.
So many players flying right now. Everybody using mobility. Everybody using it because it's just going over flat ground. It's not too much, but there's Mitro and Kuna taking high ground of their own. See, Ryux and Marky, see if they're going to be able to get over towards... No, they're going to fall. He takes so much damage.
They didn't take lethal damage there.
And that's something we've seen a lot of players who take a high ground a little too early, but there again, he gets knocked down. Not too much damage again, but Mitro and Kuna are starting to connect.
Mitro has the rocket launcher and the dynamize. He will be able to control the high ground so well with it, but he just lost it.
But here we go. He has the RPG. He can still... Kuna is fighting. No, he's going to say, Kuna, please get down. I don't want to fight them. They're just too aggressive on this build fight here.
Provoked and Tux on the highest possible high ground. I don't know what's their inventory, but they can control it as well now.
Zayt and Saf still up. Zexro, Vinny still up. I see as well. Mitro and Kuna, we already talked about them. Bizzle's up. Nikov and Airwax up. Tomo item as well. There's so many good players up still. And this is what we talk about. All these players always get into these end games. Here goes Tux. They're going down a little bit.
They have a launch pad still. They're not using it yet.
Just joining up with Mitro and Kuna right now. There's still so many players here. We're watching everything rotate. Now all the builds go through. Everybody's with the tunnels here.
What a great view. Honestly, this looks fantastic. Nikov just got knocked by a rocket launcher, got the damage from it, but still alive. Now Mitro reloading that rocket launcher, getting that.
This is it. This is the moment. They need to try to push for hard. No, they're not going to do it. They're just going to knock him down. They have another opportunity later. Remember, he has 1 more rocket at least. And there, all the explosives on the mid ground. This is going to be really risky now for Provoked and Tux up on high ground.
A lot of players being eliminated right now. All those explosives are paying off for being held in the inventory for the late game. Provoked still on the high ground with Tux together. There's nice synergy. They have really good position to have a free shooting range.
Yeah, and Saf and Zayt are still up right now. They use both of their rifts, right? But this is just chaos down on low ground. It's actually going to go quite up on high ground. Vinny here trying to take this last Elam, but he has no mat, so he's going to be in trouble going over this. If he needs to get elimination. No, he goes down.
He whips this shot.
Tux and Provoked still on high ground, but guess who's there? Zayt and Saf again, but Zayt gets knocked down. 9 players remaining.
Remember,
this is it. High ground is so key here. Provoked and Tux just taking all the shots they can. They're getting right to it. Zayt's still up. It's also the VP player, 7 SSK7, against Provoked and Tux. So it's a 2v1v1. It's going down to the wire here.
He found the time to reload. That heavy sniper might be crucial to replace a wall. There's another kill. SSK on Zayt.
It's all up to SSK7 to stop Provoked and Tux here. They're on a tear. They have 4 Elans to their name. They're looking for the last one. SSK7, we'll see what he's able to do. Does not have his teammate, so he's got to clutch up big. Here goes Provoked from 2 sides. He does
nice
the shot, and he's going to finish it here. Yes!
Oh my!
Tux gets him. The nice pinch there, Lothar. That's exactly what you want to do in those endgame situations. Of hills in that area, so flat ground for now, but as they all make their way over, it's going to be trouble. Here, Power and Jar on top of the shrine.
We have
They're looking for it.
versus G2.
They're looking for it here. They're trying to find exactly where these are. No, he's just going to pick up some wood and rotate down. Yeah, G2 on top. They say, no, we don't want anything to do with it. Now, you see 72 hours in the background. Vivid and Poach making the rotate as well. Kuna, Mitro, all up. Tomo and Item, another one of the teams. There's, I love getting to these end games because I just see all these players who are all up in the standings, so consistent. And I'm just like, yes, we're going to have such a good game.
Forward Nord. How did you came up with this name, man? I need to ask.
I love it. We saw somebody actually mentioned how they waited for, I think it was Myth actually said, hey, I just waited, I wanted to match my team, so he called himself what he did. And so Norward there, forward Norward, I love it, honestly.
Look at this inventory, what is going on? 3 big pots, 6 minis, so much shield available for them.
And that's what you need. He doesn't have any mobility, so he kind of has to compensate in another way, right?
Yeah, that is true, but at the same time, he has also very big, you know, bank account with his builds. There's a rift for Provoked as well. They have to keep it close to each other.
They have so many of those. A Chug Jug and minis as well for him, so they have a full stack of shield or big pots, a full stack of small shields, and then a Chug Jug as well. They're looking good. As Tux and Provoked took our last game, we'll see they're in a good shape to take our next one as well. Only 1 rift to go though, so that's a little dangerous for them. Here, Boya and Kripa. Look at this.
Is he playing solid gold or what is going on in here? A golden heavy AR is one of the best items you want in the end game because you can just snipe people out of the sky gliding.
All that aim practice pays off when you get that gold heavy AR. And now, look, everybody has a rift. You can see everybody's trying to hold it as the zone starts moving. Saf takes down Norward. We saw he was, I think he might have picked up his teammate as well, but we'll see. For now, there's the first sign of Storm Surge as everybody decided, hey, I want a little break as we go forward.
Everyone gets anxious at that sound, but now X8 is getting aggressive. He's being ticked by the Storm Surge. That's so much damage.
He's getting ticked, and at the same time, Bowman is making his life so dangerous. No, this is a different, actually, POV here.
But
as
yeah,
we switched.
And unfortunately, G2 is being eliminated. They were an aggressive number, but now
Look.
Stompy is being... is that Stompy with the Storm Surge now?
I think it's every single one of these players, but no.
Nirvana and Inclide just being tagged, but now Inclide not gonna get tagged alone because his teammate's already down.
Stompy and
Storm
Shinken
Surge
here must have some sort of mobility that they're planning to use because they're not making any motion at all. No motion towards the zone. Kuna takes himself out as well, maybe to fall damage. And we'll see. Gliding across, there's that rift to go that we talked about. And there's the hill that we talked about as well. That half in, out zone. SSK7 and Jamside had such a strong position because they came from Paradise towards this desert area, so they were already here.
Yeah, and they can zone out everyone else. Nice 200 IQ trap to just avoid people landing at your box right now.
And so we're approaching that first moving zone. That's when things start to heat up. We just saw Zayt get Elim as well. Vivid takes out Bizzle.
Yep, big names, big names. Here Kripa with the elimination on
his loadout, though. We talked about he was playing solid gold, but when you're left with just the pump and a heavy IR, you're going to be in trouble. And there's Stompy and Shinken with that epic RPG, takes out Charl. Just putting so much pressure on all these players trying to rotate and get a good position in the zone.
So many people just being eliminated right now. For the people still alive, Shinken and Stompy getting 10 points for eliminating Fnatic.
25 players, or 25 duos remaining now as well, so everybody's starting to get those placement points every time a duo goes down. Mitro in trouble as well. He's by himself. We saw Kuna get eliminated in the feed earlier. Vinny and Zexro still up. Demo as well.
Demo with the LM on motor. Very important, gives him the ability to just move a little bit in front.
This VP team so impressive, always having the high ground. We talked about why they have it here, but it's still going to be time to continue to hold it. And we'll see. It's going to probably go down the hill. Where's that zone? We'll see in a sec.
That
Demo
is
goes
so
down.
Important right now. The context of the next zone gives so many teams like the ability to take advantage of their builds and their movement items. But now Nero is just being pinched in this storm. He gets eliminated at the end of Devil's Wonder. Now E11 in a hard spot as well.
Everybody taking all the advantage, all the time to take those shots that they can. And there, SSK7 dropping down on Jam side. We'll see Boyer takes out Eric. There's so much mobility being used now. Everybody's starting to leech on everybody else. And look at this. This is actually crazy by 7 SSK7. He's tarping so far on high ground.
He is carpeting, but his... Oh, no, never mind.
Who it is? It's Provoked and Tux again. They take high ground with the rift that they had. And unfortunately, they have to be careful. Remember, that is such a small carpet. There's only one line there. And now, Jamside, this is the last one from SSK7. He tries to stay alive. He has the HP to stay in zone right here, and he's going to get away from that player. Now, he makes it back into zone. He still has a chance here. Animal and Aspect as well going for high ground. You can see them right now. Kripa Boyer, Stompy Shinken still up.
Aspect and Animal taking the ultimate high ground right now. They're going to gatekeep everyone else from this position, carpeting in front. They're getting so much positioning right now, so much space, so much room to breathe.
This is so nice from them, that high ground. We saw how good it was for Provoked and Tux. They lost it just now, but Aspect and Animal, we'll see what they can do from high ground, see if they can have a perfect end game. And now, Vinny as well up. Sinu goes down. Poach actually alive as well.
Launcher, what was that?
That was so many players just fell, and Animal and Aspect, oh, they decide, hey, actually this is the time I want to go down. And it's going over this water here, right in the fatal. There, Aspect picking up one more. Boyer goes down to Poach. Kinstar goes down to as well. 6 players remaining.
Already 4 of them on the Sentinels right now here.
Using
Vinny,
that campfire as he does. It's actually Vinny versus Hunter versus Aspect and Animal. We've seen this situation already. Let them fight down on low ground and then clean up the remains. There it is.
There it goes. Hunter as well. And Animal and Aspect are taking the victory royale in round number 5.
That's insane. Again, we see the duo versus 2 solos down on low ground, and it ends the exact same way. Slightly differently because it just all happened in an